What's up, y'all? Did y'all see Clarissa Shields slap Alycia Gardner? First of all, she ain't got no class. She ain't got no professionalism. They need to get rid of her in total. They should ban her from all boxing events. Because she don't know how to keep her hands to herself. She don't know how to be professional. She don't know how to get in the ring. All Alycia Gardner said is drop down to 147 pounds and I'll go up to 147 and I will beat you in a tournament because all you are is big and I got skills. And she was mad because she sat with Shaquille O'Neal and said that. Because Clarissa been doing interviews with Shannon Sharp. She ain't never sit down with Shaq. Shaq said, I want to see you and Clarissa fight. He said, you think we can make that happen? Alycia said, yeah. He said, how can we make that happen? If Clarissa go up to 147 pounds and listen, she a bully. She a bully. She a bully in the ring. She a bully outside the ring. She is a complete bully. And they need to get rid of her immediately. Listen, she'll never ever carry a name like Layla Ali. She'll never carry a name like Layla Ali. She gonna go down in history as somebody that done fought all weight classes, a two-time Olympic medal winner, and never had an endorsement. That's how she gonna go down in history. No fucking endorsement. Nobody wanna fuck with you that are heavyweights. You gonna go down in history being friends with rappers. You gonna go down in history with being friends with rappers. That's it. That's it. Being friends with rappers. That's your history. You're gonna go down in history as a boxer just being friends with rappers with no endorsement. Cause see, while you out here trying to be a groupie and be friend all these celebrity rappers and these stars and these singers, girl, you should be brushing shoulders with these people that can set up fights for you so you can get this money and get this real bread. Because you capable of getting the real bread, but you so doggone ignorant, you don't know how to chill. You don't know how to stay off the internet. You don't know how to keep your temperament down. And you love using the H-A-T-E word. You love using the H-A-T-E word. You know why? Because you are H-A-T-E-R. You love using that word, girl, and you love calling everybody else that, but that's you. That identifies you. That's who you really are. Girl. And Alycia wasn't scared either. Alycia say, come on. If that's what you want to do, come on. Listen, Alycia want to get in the ring with her. Alycia says she got better skills than Clarissa. And baby, I think it should happen. Clarissa is mad at that interview that Shaquille O'Neal did with Alycia Gardner. She is mad. She is 38 hot, baby. That's a 38 hot special she got going on. And she ain't only mad at Alycia. She mad at all the bloggers that got something to say about her. She mad at that picture I got floating around of her and her ex, her first boyfriend, Man. And she took that out on Alycia. She really 38 hot. Because that picture did numbers over there on Facebook. Everybody commenting under it. And I don't care how much it's been floating around on YouTube. Listen, she hate when I get a hold of something because I make it really pop. She mad that I keep making these flyers for her to fight Hannah Gabriel in a boxing match. And she mad at Alycia for sitting down with Shaquille O'Neal saying, Clarissa ain't got no skills. She big. I'm the one with the skills. We from the same hometown. Listen, Alycia say she'll take Clarissa down. Clarissa so hot. Listen, Clarissa act like a 9-year-old having a temper tantrum. She has not grown up here yet. That's why she can't get no endorsement. She hasn't fully grown up in this right here yet. She still act like a child. She still act like an adolescent. She don't know how to have poise. She don't know how to let stuff brush over her shoulder. Now, guess what? When she was antagonized by me, Tasha K, and so many other people on the internet, and she was calling out our name, she was really upset. She was fire hot. But then she came back to the internet trying to act like she was so unbothered. Pressure bust pipes, baby. Pressure bust pipes. You could get on the internet and pretend that shit don't bother you, but it really bothers you. You only can stunt and fake the funk for so long. But the real you gonna eventually come out. It's gonna eventually seep out. And it did. That's why you put hands on that girl, on her arm, on her shoulder. Because we ain't really see you hit her in the face. We don't know if you slapped the arm. We don't know what you slapped because everybody was in the way. But all we did was hear pop. And Alycia felt unbothered. And Alycia say, drop that weight, get down to 147 pounds. She gonna show you what to do in the ring. She said she gonna put an end to all this fake, you the heavyweight champion of the world. She said she finna end all that. She said she finna end all that, baby. All that selling out, all that talking about you this, you that, you your own hype man, girl. Ain't nobody hyping you up. Because if everybody was hyping you up, girl, you'll be having so many endorsements. You'll be doing Coca-Cola commercials. You'll be doing Bed Bath and Beyond commercials. You'll be doing sports athletic commercials. You'll be a Sha'Carri Richardson. Because Sha'Carri Richardson got endorsements out the butt. Every time you turn around, Sha'Carri Richardson doing a commercial. You know why? Because that's a real athlete. That's a real athlete. Some people ain't asking you to do nothing because you an embarrassment out here in the world. You an embarrassment. You are an embarrassment. The only people hyping you up is the people that like you, that's your fans. But that ain't good enough because they can't cut no check. They can't cut no check. The only people that's amping your head up is people that still like you from Flint or Detroit or these fans, these guys that like you. But guess what? That ain't enough. Them liking you ain't cutting no check, boo. Them liking you ain't cutting no check. Once you learn how to have character, poise, be able to have humility, then you'll start seeing the check roll in. The check ain't rolling in because you don't have humility. And you don't have class. Because you around here parading around with a still married man. And that right there is your barricade. You don't even realize that's your barricade. You blocking your own blessings. Ooh. In my Steve Urkel voice, did I just say that? Girl, you out here blocking your own blessings. Everybody over here bragging about how big, bad you is and this and that. You ain't bad enough to cut into them endorsements. You out here swimming hard and fighting hard and giving up on your career because you feel like you losing everything. And you are. You losing control of everything. And once upon a time, you had the ball in your hand. You had the ball in your hand like dice, like you rolling crap. Hey, crap. Oh, you ain't got it no more. People are not liking you out here in this world. And your favorite word is H-A-T-E. You always saying people doing that to you, but you always using that word. That's your heart. Your heart is bitter. You have malice on your heart for people. It shows. You always angry. You always having an out-of-body experience. You don't have character. You don't have finesse. You don't have confidence. You show weakness. When I say weakness, you show weakness. To be an athlete that brag on how strong you are and how dominant you are, you always showing that you weak. All them muscles make people think it's filled with marshmallows. All them muscles. You are damaging who people think you're supposed to be, but you're not. And you're peeling off like a banana. Slowly but surely, the peel is coming off of you. And people are seeing who you are, girl. Nobody don't want to work with you. You badmouth everybody you have a connection with. Everybody you get connected with. Fellow athletes, you talk about how they can't fight, how they garbage. Even the men. You even threaten to fight men out here, knowing these men gonna take you down to the ground and have you like sleep, night. And these guys is the ones that were supporting you. Most of these dudes you come for that's in the same field as you had your back and they liked you. Until you start playing with their career, saying that they ain't skillful and you'll take them down. You burn your bridges with everybody. The only person you ain't burning your bridges with is that married man, Papoose. That's the only person you ain't burning your bridges with. Papoose, you ain't burning your bridges with him. It's like you make people that are big people scared to connect with you because they feel like you could cross them at any time. You show them time and time again that you have an unhinged personality. And they feel like if you get close to them, you will do them like how you did Layla Ali. Because see, Layla Ali is well respected in the WBO and the WBC. You are not, Clarissa. You're not well respected. You got a lot of these little bloggers, these little sites with these little names called boxing. They be rooting you on. They be posting you on their page. But guess what? They not the big dogs. The big dogs mess with Layla. They watch how you discredit her for her capability of being a phenomenal legend, an epic legend, legendary boxer with 24 wins and 21 knockouts. They watch you slander this one woman and call her old pretty red Layla Ali, old pretty light-skinned Layla Ali, like you jealous of light-skinned women, like you a colorist, like you don't like dark-skinned women. You always getting on your platform calling me the black girl. You are a woman filled with malice. You are a malice embedded woman. And you're going to have to free up for that before you can excel. You in the right circles. You in the right vicinity of the right people. But you failing at growth. And the reason why you failing at growth is because you got to cut that curse that you got, girl. It's a curse. It's a curse. Whatever you went through during your childhood, you still holding on to it. Whatever you went through with a guy you dated, you still holding on to it. Whatever friendships that you done broke up out of and had a falling out with, you holding on to it. And guess what? All that is balled up in one pot and you throwing it like hot water on everybody that you come encounter with. Everybody. Everybody that you meet. You throwing it on everybody that ain't even deserving of it. That's why people don't want to mess with you. That's why people don't want to cut that big check and give it to you. They don't want to give it to you. They don't want to cut that big check and give it to you. You don't show professionalism. You don't have professionalism. Once you learn how to operate professionally, you will see miraculous things happen in your life. But until then, it ain't happening. Especially parading around with a married man. That is your biggest curse. That is your biggest setback. That is your biggest setback. That is one of the biggest mistakes you made throughout your whole career. You don't even know it's holding you back like shackles. Clink, clink. Because you know why? This woman, even though she done with her husband and don't want her husband no more because he done drained her dry and she finally got freedom, she got a lot of friends in high places. And because they love on her and because she entered the industry first, they is not going to mess with you, girl. Because Layla Ali entered the industry before you and you lied on her and you called her all kind of witches and you took her face off your belt and you sat there and said she'll fight you for $15 million because she said it, and y'all chopped up that video when she really said a guy said if she ever come back from retirement she should take $15 million. Y'all lied and said that woman said that, and everybody watched you sit at that long table like Nino Brown in New Jack City with your fake entourage, with all them brokianas that ain't got no bread, talking about y'all had $15 million, because if y'all really had $15 million, you wouldn't have had to sign for no $8 million deal. Whatever happened to the 15? Whatever happened to the 15? Whatever happened to the 15? Why did it drop down to 8? Why did it drop down to 8 million? If you had 15 for Layla Ali, they should have had 15 for you. I'm sorry. Hello? What happened to the 15 million? Girls, listen, slowly but surely, people are seeing you for the fraudulent person you are. Here it is, you on this house, and that maybe you don't want to pay on that house because you done fell out with Nigeria and you want her out your grandma's house and you don't want to pay taxes on it and you rather lose the house than keep the house. Maybe that might be the case, but the old back taxes for $7,000 and claim to have $8 million, which we already know. They said you had to fight 4 fights in order to get $2 million for 1, $2 million for 2, $2 million for 3, $2 million for 4, and you didn't get the $2 million. So I mean the $8 million, so you only got the $2 million set at the end of the day. Girl, what? You ain't got no $8 million. And that's just what it is. You ain't got the $8 million. And it is what it is. They need to cut you loose because you have an unhinged spirit. They got to cut you loose because you got an unhinged spirit. And that's just what it is. You ain't going to grow until you learn how to be professional. Once you learn how to be professional, baby, you will end up excelling in life. You is not going to excel if you don't learn how to humble yourself and learn how to get in a disagreement with somebody at a boxing match without being physical or physicality. Y'all ain't even having no gloves. This is not bear boxing. Y'all fight with gloves. You reached out to hit an opponent and y'all wasn't even getting ready to fight in a ring. That's a form of disrespect. That's a form of unprofessionalism. And you need to be fined for that. They should fine you for like 7 years. They should fine you for like 7 years. And we just got to keep it real. They need to fine you for 7 years. And don't let you fight for 7 years to teach you a lesson to keep your hands to yourself. And that's a fact. And that's a fact of mundo. Keep your hands to yourself because you have no professionalism. You show like some real issues. You show some real issues. And everybody is seeing it. Everybody is seeing that you have this. They reporting my live. Peace out, y'all.